how's it going? Galore Wrestling Figures here. Welcome to another video. And welcome to WWE and AEW Figure Haul episode 16. So I've got quite a few figures to show you all today. If you saw my Smiths figure hunt video the other day, although I didn't show you what I got, I did buy a few things. I was trying to think now. I feel like the last couple of weeks I've bought quite a few figures. Not, I've not as much as compared to some people, but I've bought a few quite expensive ones. So I do these videos, obviously these WWE and AEW figure haul videos. I know probably not a lot of people watch them because they do get quite long. But end of the day, I do them because it gives me a type of video to do. And also it sort of gives me a little recap on what I've bought over the last couple of weeks. So I want to start off with, before we get into the Smith stuff and some other stuff, I want to start off with something that I ordered and it isn't actually a figure. It's two things actually. I'll show you one first. It is this. I wouldn't usually show this. I wouldn't usually order anything like this, except I did because it's CM Punk related. And also I wouldn't usually... I can't remember what I was going to say. I suppose if it was a CM Punk one, I would show you it. But I was going to say, I wouldn't usually show you something like this. But that's because I wouldn't usually buy something like this if it isn't CM Punk related. This is from Rock and Roll Collectibles. I think it was £10. Now, you might say it's expensive for a pin. At the end of the day, I thought it's CM Punk related, I need it, so why not get it? I know he has got quite a couple of pins as well. Hopefully we get some more. Because that's the good thing about him being in WWE. Hopefully we can get some more good merchandise like this. And obviously this is from when he was in AEW. We did get stuff like this, but not too much. So there's that. I'm pretty sure this is the design. I can't remember when it was on. I think he wore the design with his shirt on. It's sort of like a remastered one of his WrestleMania 28 look. I think he wore it when he faced John Moxley. On Dynamite that time. Yeah, there's that little pin. It's from Rock and Roll Collectibles, I think I've already said, but I also got this as well. So now, this is the CM Punk Micro Brawlers, the AEW one. So now this figure, I'm having to hold it because it doesn't stand. Now this figure, or whatever you want to call it, came out a while ago, and I saw someone the other day with all three, and I thought, you know what, Rock and Roll Collectibles have got it for about £20. I thought, why not get that? While I'm out, I get this. Now, he has got three. He has got this one, WWE one. Well, WWE didn't release it. I think it was from Pro Wrestling Teaser, whoever makes these. Yeah, I think that's who it is. Yeah, I'm just thinking now, do Pro Wrestling Tees make these? I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, so there's this one. It's WWE one, which is made by Pro Wrestling Tees. I think it came out around 2015, I want to say. Or it might be in 2018, I can't remember. And he also has got the new Ring of Honor one. So it's essentially an AEW one. I'm pretty sure it says AEW on the box, but it's based off Ring of Honor. He also has got this, a Chase variant as well, which has got blood on him. But even like top CM Punk collectors I know haven't got that. It's quite hard to find. So there's just another two to track down. And I think the other one, the Ring of Honor one, about £20 on eBay at the moment. And the WWE one, you can get it quite cheap. I've seen them go for about £40, but you sort of got to wait for them. And I know this WWE one didn't come in a card like this. It was sort of like a little clear bag, or whatever you want to call it, a little packet. So you probably have to open that. And I probably will open this, but there it is just for now. Show you the back as well. Of course, it's based off All Out 2022. I am working on a custom Elite from this attire, so keep your eyes out for that. I think I said that wrong. I am working on a custom Elite based on this attire, so keep your eyes out. So yeah, it's just good to see figures like that. So, that's that. Now let's get on to the Smiths haul. So, I know some people, when they do a Smiths haul, like Jimmy Wrestling, he shows you what he's got at the end. I don't show you. I save them for these videos. But, I think if you watch the video, you can sort of tell what I was going to buy. So, I want to start off with something that I wouldn't usually buy. And it is the basic 143 Cody Rhodes. So, now, you might be asking, why have I got a basic? I don't buy basics except CM Punk basics and Cody Rhodes basics. When Cody returned to WWE, I said I was going to buy every Cody figure. I've got 4. I think he's had about 15. So I haven't been to Smith's in a year, and I haven't ordered from him in a year. So pretty much the last year I've missed quite a lot of recent figures, but I'm hopefully starting to catch up on them. I think just the last year I just sort of was buying sort of more older elites, but now I'm sort of starting to buy more recent elites and figures like this. But there is a few cheap Cody basics as well that have, I think there's the basic 140 where he's in a suit. I just need more Codys. That's basically what it is. So, I will say, this is my first basic with these new legs. I think they're cool, however, this sort of leg here, I'm sure if they're all like this, well, I know old basics used to be like this, sort of quite hard to move. And the arms as well. They're not too bad, but they are quite annoying. Of course, there's no rotation here. So it's sort of, they do move quite well, but I don't know, I feel like it's a bit restricted. But either way, on display, to have a new Cody on the Cody shelf, for £10, you can't really say no. So there's that. It's definitely a cool figure. I think it's based off obviously last year. I think it's based off sort of just after he returned at the Royal Rumble last year, because I know he was sort of wearing attires like this. Can't wait for that Cody Ultimate as well soon, the new one. So there's that. So I've definitely got to try getting more Codys soon. So where should we start off next? I'm going to start off with one which I think is a great figure. It is The Rock as the Scorpion King. So now, the Scorpion King, of course, a film with The Rock in. This is from, all these figures I'm showing you now are from Smith's. Now, this figure is from the Hollywood Elite series. I think they did 2 series last year. There was, I know for a fact, top of my head, there was The Rock, John Cena, Roddy Piper in one series. The other series was Andre the Giant. I don't think they sold too well, but I might be wrong on that. But they definitely look cool. And now this is from the Greatest Hits. So although it came out last year, they redid it in the Greatest Hits line. Not Top Picks, the Greatest Hits line. I'm not sure when Series 3 is coming out, but it's definitely a good series, to get older figures. And I know, as I say, I didn't used to like double jointed arms, and the Greatest Hits figures that didn't used to have double jointed arms in the Greatest Hits series, they do have double jointed arms, so they're a bit different, and a bit different head scans as well, but, they do look quite good. And of course, this was £10, and I thought, you know what, I think it might have been 12 or £10. I thought, you know what, I might as well get it, add it to the Rock shelf. I can't remember who said, they said, where will this go? Well, I'm pretty, this is one of those figures where whoever said it does sort of have a point, but either way, it's a Rock, and it's an Elite, so it will go on the Rock shelf. So there's that. It's definitely a good Elite. I probably won't do reviews on these figures, because they all have been out for a bit, or you've probably all seen reviews on them from other people. But yeah, there's that. It's definitely a good Elite, in hand it's quite heavy as well. That's what I like to see, a good Elite like that. Next up, I think this is a bargain. We have the Brutus Beefcake Elite. So this Elite, if it stands, was, I think, £10. On the sign it said £15, well, the little price tag, £15, but online it was 10. I asked and it was 10. But either way, £15 for this is a great price, and the belt is somewhere. I've pretty much just opened these, so I haven't even really looked at them myself. I can't remember, I think this is based off his Legends Elite. Now, if I take the jacket off, there's the attire. One thing I will say as well, I feel like a lot of Mattel figures, recent ones, I feel like some of them are lacking quality control. I know sometimes you get the arms sort of that won't move in, and sometimes the ab crunch is a bit loose, but not always. So this one, I got lucky with this one. But the jacket as well, for £10, I know people buy it just for the belt. Just get that right. For £10, you can't really say no, can you? I know now some of my elites, I've sort of got my elites mixed. I don't have a Brutus shelf, so this will probably just go on that shelf. But I do probably need to display my eras again. So there's that. It's definitely a great Elite. I really do like that one. So there's that. When I say eras, I think I've said it before, I used to collect by eras. So Attitude Era, PG Era. And I think it took about 8 shelves up in total, because after 2016 I did a 2016 shelf, 2017 shelf. I definitely need to do that again, but I might say do a Attitude Era, Golden Era shelf, Attitude Era shelf, PG Era shelf, and an updated shelf, and that's pretty much it then. But yeah, I need to sort of figure out if anyone else has got this, where you sort of display all your figures, but you sort of get a new one. You sort of got to move them all around, if you get what I mean. It's quite annoying, so I need to sort something out about that. So where do we start off next? Start off with a figure I really like, and it is the Solo Sokoa Elite 107. Now, this is my first Solo. I missed the Elite 104 because I say came out last year, and I just didn't buy it. Oops. Now, one thing I will say, people were complaining about the legs. They felt like they were going to snap. I don't feel like they're going to snap, but I think you just sort of got to get used to them, if that makes sense. Sort of move them about a bit just so they aren't too stiff. But it's a great figure, of course. The head scan, of course, is based off Survivor Series 2022, I think it was, when it was the Bloodline versus Drew and the Brawling Brutes, I think it was. I do really like it. It's good to have it as well. Of course, double jointed arms. It does come with all these figures I've got, of course, come with great accessories as well. I do really like this one. Of course, I'm pretty sure you all don't want to take the shirt off, but there's the Solo sort of belt, and this isn't sculpted on as well. So now, someone said as well, I am tempted to sort of use these shorts for a CM Punk custom, but I'm not sure what they'd be like. They do look quite good though. I do really like this figure. It's one of those, I know Jimmy Wrestling bought it recently, and for £20, I know it's like a retail price for a figure, and usually I wait a bit, but I'm not too keen on doing that now, because the thing is with me, I wait till the figure goes down in price, but then I end up missing it and having to pay more. Or I don't pre-order figures and my Smiths never get some. So that's what I need to do. Yeah, so I thought for £20 I may as well get it, just in case it goes up in price. There's that. I just think like that, it's really good. I've got the headpiece as well. Really good Elite, that. I think that's probably the best one I've got out of this haul. Well, the Smiths haul. Next up is one of the GOATs. One of the greatest of all times. And it is John Cena. So, this is the WrestleMania 40 Elite. So, now this is an Elite that, it's sort of redone the Elite 20 Elite, and they've sort of redone it, if that makes sense. So now this Elite, I'm a big fan of the Elite 20. And now, for me, I would have got this to put on the PG era shelf, what I used to have. But I wouldn't have wanted double jointed arms, I would have wanted the original one. So, the 2012 shelf can have a figure that came out in 2012. But now I've got a John Cena shelf, I thought, you know what, I may as well get it. This was £25, and now Smiths didn't have this on the website, which is a bit annoying. But I've seen people getting them, and I thought, hopefully mine's got them. They didn't have the Rock, but they had this. And I thought, you know what, £25, one of the greatest of all times, good Elite. I thought, why not get it? So now I want to show you something as well. I'm going to get the box. One moment. Hang on. Here's the box. Let's put Cena there. So now this box is a great Elite. Of course, this is what I like about this figure. Just this box as well. It's great to have like sort of this throwback Cena on it. And this is sort of my first time getting these new boxes as well. Sort of where this is sort of, because this didn't used to be here before. This sort of big part covering up most of the figure. But, you know, they aren't too bad. And this plastic is part of this box as well. So just be mindful of that. So there's the back of the box. Of course, Trish Stratus. I did meet her a couple of weeks ago. Pat McAfee as well. I do quite like that figure. The Rock. Might get it. Because I do need another. I need some more Rocks. But, now this Trish Stratus. That's another Elite. I think that's been redone. I can't remember what series it is. But I don't have any women's figures, believe it or not. I just don't collect women figures. But although I will admit a lot of them look cool. But now that Trish Stratus, because I've met Trish, I feel like I've sort of got to get it now. Start a little Trish shelf, because believe it or not, if you didn't know already, like a lot of other people say, and for me personally, I think Trish Stratus, the best women's superstar of all time. Absolutely great, Trish Stratus. So there's the box. It's definitely a good Elite, and if you can get it for under £25, you can't really say no. I saw a lot of these at Ford Lover Wrestling, and I saw it for the first time in person there, and it was obviously £30 there, 35, and I was tempted. So for this, I can't really say no. So there's that. I've got two more from the Smiths haul. Next up is the Hulk Hogan Monday Night Wars Elite. Now, this is a unique figure, because obviously it isn't based off sort of like Hollywood Hogan. It's sort of based off I want to say Nitro look, something like that. It's a good Elite, however, I don't want to try it now. AJWF, if you've seen his video on this, the head doesn't stay on, it pretty much falls off. So now that's just sort of holding in, luckily. But it's not too bad. Glasses fell off. There's the face scan. Now, Hulk Hogan is one of those people that has got so many Elites, and I've just been missing them. But I know Smiths are getting the glasses aren't going to go back on. I know Smiths are getting the Hogan 3-pack Elite for £60. I might try getting that. But this has got a really loose torso. However, it will be going on display, so I can't really complain. Good weight belt as well, Hulkster. There's that. I know the Series 2 is due out soon, I think that's got the Rey Mysterio in the pink attire. It's who else has got in that set? I think it's got the Build-A-Figure of Teddy Long. Who else? I can't remember. Is it got Kevin Nash in? I think so. But it's a great Elite, and it's one I didn't really want to pay £20, but because I want to get some Elites and fill up the Hulk Hogan shelf, I thought, you know what, why not get it? Now, I'm not in a rush for certain figures, but I feel like certain figures, I get them, and then that's sort of out the way with them. I don't have to buy them again, because either they'll go up in price or I just can get them. So there's that. Saying there's a scuff on the face, I'll probably clean that up though. So there's that Hulk Hogan. So now one more from the Smiths Hall. I think you can guess what it is. It is the Top Picks Cody Rhodes. Now in this set was Shameless. I've got that Shameless, the original one. Sort of, I think the Elite 97, I think it was. And Logan Paul as well. Didn't have the Logan Paul, I don't think. The website does, but mine didn't have any, although I do want to get that. So now this Cody, once again, I was saying I need more Codys. This is pretty much the main reason I went to Smith's, and I really wanted this one. So now this is what I'm saying about the quality control. These sort of arms, if you sort of get what I mean, they're sort of stuck out and they go out, but they won't go in anymore. It is a bit annoying. However, you know, you'll probably just have to display him holding the weight belt, because it did come with one, I just don't got it on. Probably have to have him displayed like that. But this Cody, great head scan, of course, similar to his unrivaled 4 AEW head scan. There's the tattoo as well. He's a really good Elite. The attire's based off 2K23, I think. Well, I think he has worn this I'm not sure if he has worn it. I think maybe some house shows he's worn this, some live events. But it's a really good Elite, and for £20, especially for the Cody shelf, can you say no to that? I do need the other great Top Picks. I think I said this was greatest hits. This is Top Picks. I do need the other Top Picks, the sort of blue attire Cody. I need the defining moments Cody. I need a lot of Codys, because Cody, I'm going to say it, Cody's got to finish the story. Although I do sort of want Roman to win, and that's coming from me who's a big Cody fan. I do sort of want Roman to win at WrestleMania, but I probably will do some WrestleMania predictions soon. Now Cody, I'm a big Cody fan, so of course I want Cody to finish the story at WrestleMania, but I sort of want Roman to win. So either way, whoever wins, I'm fine with it. But there's that Cody, really good Elite. This is probably my favourite figure out of this whole Smiths Hall. I do really like it, so make sure you get that. So I've got one more figure. If you've seen my Grail video I did the other day, my WWE Elite Grail, you would have seen this, but if you haven't, go and check it out. But here's the figure I got. The CM Punk Ringside Collectibles exclusive Straight Edge Elite. So now this Elite I've been after for a long time. I finally got it, and I'm glad to have it. You know, I saved the best till last, or in this case, the best in the world till last. It's a great figure. It's expensive. I think I paid 120 for this, but I'm really hoping they redo this one, because it'll be a new Punk. So of course, it'll have double jointed arms, but you can crack the torso and put an updated torso on this, because then it's Supreme attire then, and black boots as well. I think he just wore black kick pads in the AEW Supreme attire, but when CM Punk faced MJF, I think it was on Dynamite a couple of years ago now, he wore these exact same trunks, so pretty much all you need is an updated torso. But there's that. It's a great Elite. I don't want to talk about it too much, because I did do that video the other day. There it is. Everything about it's good, especially for the price as well. I know it's a bit to pay for an Elite, but I don't think it'll get cheaper, so that's sort of why I had to pay it. Really good Elite. So I think that pretty much covers it for this video. Sorry if I've talked a bit too much, but I'm just quite happy to finally get some figures for once in a while, because I've got quite a few figures recently, like Ford Lover Wrestling. That was like just 3 weeks ago now, close to a month ago. Time goes fast. And I've just been mainly buying punks, but it's finally good to get some other figures that aren't punks. Whether I do need more punks, I will admit that. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go and check out the Smith's figure hunt. I know it was quite short, so why not check it out? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.